Well, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the show. I am... Whomst am I? I'm Diavion Johnson.
And I am Christian Smalls. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
It is, and thank you for coming back. Let's jump into our things, folks. Thank you for joining us again. Now, if you know anything about myself and Crystal, then you'll know that we enjoy wine.
Not I just went and poured some.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Yes, it's true.
So I love that this week for Black Excellence, by way of becauseofthemwecan.com, I got information on not one, but two Black woman winemakers that are the first of their kinds in their regions. So the first one is Victoria Coleman, and it says here that she's the first and only Black woman winemaker in Napa Valley. Okay. This is according to a report from CBS San Francisco Bay Area. It says that she got her start working in Atlas Peak Vineyards as a viticultural student, and she went to the University of California, Davis. And eventually she released her first vintage wine in 2005. And since then, she's built a reputation for herself as an expert winemaker and oversees winemaking at The Caves in Soda Canyon, which is a joint production facility. And she's also the exclusive red winemaker for Lobo Wines. And the owner, Randy Wolf, had this to say. He said of her, has one of the best palates I've ever encountered, and she's a complete perfectionist. So shout out to Miss Victoria Coleman, who is making the wine and doing the things. It says here also that she knew, I loved this part, she knew she would make history ever since she was the only Black person in her UC Davis winemaking class, which tells me that Victoria was like, girl, I'm not gagging. Like, I was the only Black person in that winemaking class, so this is it. This is like, okay. I like what I do, and I do it great because Black woman, get into that.
Yeah, I mean, and what is it, head winemaker in Napa Valley? That's the main reason people go to Napa. Like, you go to Napa for the fucking wine. So, yeah, congratulations to her. And you already know I'm saving this name because I will be purchasing somehow in some way.
Also, there's a woman by the name of Rada Griffin, unless it's Rada. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your beautiful name, ma'am. And not only is she the first Black woman winemaker in Alabama, but she's also a fucking engineer for NASA. She's a senior subject matter expert at NASA and currently working on getting the first woman on the moon by 2024. And even throughout all of that scientific expert smartass work, she still works hard on her passions of being a private chef and a wine vintner, which is something I just learned of today. Just heard of this word, even though I drink wine all the time. And so it says that Ms. Griffin took an online course at Cornell University, and since has started her own line of wines, Anissa Wakefield Wines, and simultaneously made history as the first certified, write it down, as the first certified Black woman winemaker in Alabama.
Wow.
So congratulations to you as well, ma'am. And I just love it. I don't even have a glass of wine to celebrate. Foolish.
I mean, I decided not to get drunk before the show because, you know, that has mixed results. But I definitely did. Definitely did just pour some. And I looked this lady up. Why is she this gorgeous?
Yeah, no, model. Model.
I'm so like, girl, can you save a talent for the rest of us? Good
Absolute
God.
model.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How you gonna be smart and extra smart and wine smart and a fucking engineer? Like, and look like that, please.
And a model.
Like, leave us alone.
Yeah.
But congratulations, sis. I'm finna save your name right now. Check out your wine.
Also, congratulations to one Jazmine Sullivan for winning some Grammys.
Ew. Congratulations. Very, very overdue, but still extremely well-deserved because Jazmine's voice and pen, that combo, the rest of y'all are simply Like,
we've just been waiting for you girls to catch up.
I just don't know what took so long because she has literally been it from day fucking one. So extremely proud of her, and I love to see this.
Yeah, absolutely. So good for you, sis. Even though I didn't get to go to your tour because you got sick and I was sad, but I understand.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in now. It's literally, I was just saying this to Kia the other day, like today. Like, this is the norm. The norm now is like, well, I was gonna, but then,
COVID.
You know, like that's it's.
Yes. I mean, because this new subvariant is absolutely sweeping her ass across the nation. So
that's what it seems like. COVID kept having way more enthusiastic babies.
Yes, and as they gained enthusiasm, they lost some of their lethalness. So I think
it's like white people. Like how white people's kids have like the same fervor for hatred and enthusiasm for destruction, but didn't really have to do any of the work to kill all of the people to get here. So they feel like super empowered in being a dickhead and just getting into everybody's face.
Yeah, that's
COVID is white people.
Now that you've broken it down, because I did not know where you was going with that, I'm going to be honest.
It's like white kids.
But after you broke it down, I fucks with the vision. And yeah, because this bitch is... It's like you could just be standing like directly across from somebody and everybody's like, oh, it's wide outside. You don't have to have a mask or whatever. But like just being in the vicinity of other people seems to be enough to catch this bitch. Like
going to get the mail. Extremely
contagious. So yeah, shout out to everybody who is dealing with it. And
sweetie, I just lived
never had to before. Right. I'm just doing the best I can on this Earth, this planet that I did not ask to come to.
At this point, girl, I'm just here.
Exactly.
What do you want from me?
Doing my best. That is all. What else can I offer?
All right. So this week we're gonna do our usual and get into some pop culture mess.
Oh, fun.
With a segment called Hot Tops. Oh my cum. 1,000 cum shots from you is never too much.
I cannot, please.
I just don't wanna top all my love.
Oh,
million days in my ass is never too much.
Never too much.
I just don't wanna top. All right, so
oh, how I wish Luther was around for this.
I miss him.
Feel like he really would have enjoyed that. Like privately amongst his friends, he would have cackled at that. Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
I think you're right.
Rest in peace.
All right, so Will Smith update. The doll has resigned from the Academy of the Motion Pictures and things.
I saw that. Yep.
Which I believe means that he can't nominate shit, vote for shit, go to the galas, and he probably not going to get 1 million DVDs in the mail when it's voting season.
I mean, I guess not because he can't vote, but it's Will Smith, and if he wants to see the fucking movie, he will. Like,
yeah,
I still believe.
I mean, they're not going to send him the DVD. He's
not on the DVD mailing list, but he's Will Smith, right? They'll just airdrop it to him, and it'll be fine. Yeah, so okay, sure. I'm not going to get your DVD. Oh no.
Whatever. Apparently, a few of his film projects have also been put on hold, which some people, I saw like some publications were making this like super shady. And then I think,
oh, you know it.
Others were, it's like obvious. Like why would he, the doll's probably kicked up somewhere, drinking, and just, taking some time off. Maybe.
I mean, maybe, I guess. I feel like all of this is to just get white people to calm down from their ridiculous overreaction to this event. But
I mean, you have.
This is just so much. Like, this just seems...
He could have killed him.
Like, I'm not even going back down this fucking road with y'all.
Okay.
white women acting traumatized off of something that did not happen to them. Like,
but I'm saying, like last week I said, I feel like that it flashback to some personal stuff for people. I think a lot of people view it differently and whatnot. But that's fine. A lot of the response and expression from it was like, well.
I just think y'all have been excessive. This reaction has been excessive from the very beginning, and all of the drama around it. Anytime any of their names comes up, like, the drama continues to be excessive. Like, he smacked the man, okay? He didn't pull a gun and fired into his temple. Everybody calm down.
I mean, I still think of when Michael Jermaine Tyson chewed off an ear.
Oh, God.
And we laugh about it now.
I mean, I can't remember a time we didn't laugh about it. I remember the jokes pretty much immediately. And
different time.
Yeah. I mean, this was before social media, obviously. So.
And medium.com.
All of this, Instagram and everything else. So, I mean, okay. The thing about it is that Will Smith is ridiculously wealthy. He and his wife have a fortune. And they're going to be just fine. So, like, my heart is not bleeding for them. I just think y'all are doing the most.
Yeah, I also felt that way, but here we are in the whatever of it.
In the aftermath still.
Chris Rock had a comedy show where hecklers were being removed, including people shouting "fuck Will Smith" or just interrupting altogether, whether you were pro Will or anti.
Yeah.
He was just having people removed, which I completely understand.
Same.
Mama, first of all, I haven't had it. I don't have any material written for this, girly. It just happened. If you think I'm going to come up here and do some hack shit and just, like, you know what I'm saying, ham fist together some whatever ass jokes about this shit when I really could cash in.
Right.
No. You're going to get the bit that I had prepped
when
up
I
for
sit
this
down.
prior to getting smacked in the face. That's the end of it. And if anybody say anything I don't like, you leaving. Like, anybody speak out of turn, bitch, get out. I get it. I mean, respect that.
Yeah, and I think I understand it even more so because, like, as somebody who has been on stage, bitch, let me do this.
Can I do my job that people paid to come and see?
People paid to see me. This is not the you show. If it was, I would not be on stage. This is the me show. So let me do my fucking show.
There's a whole... Anyway. Tony Rock, his brother, also.
Now this. Sorry.
Now let me tell you this. If you watch the clip, it's very like the clip of Tony Rock at the No Remorse comedy tour where he's talking about, you know, you can't come up on stage on here. Like, if you watch it, it's a little cringe.
Mm-hmm.
To me, just because it's very like. It's real stand-up-y. Like, I don't know. It's just like it's just like I feel like different people have different energies on stage, baby. But there's something about it at first to me, the whole like this ain't the Oscars bit. Like, come on. But
oh, girl, we know because Tony Rock is on stage.
The shot sending, I'm not gonna fault you for it, bitch. If you slap my brother on stage, I'm coming for your wig too when I step in front of a microphone. Mm-hmm. The end. Now, I'm probably going to, in private, say to my brother, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Like, why the fuck would you be making fun of a bald bitch? Like, what are you, like,
yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you making fun of people with allergies? Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to give a fuck. What do you mean you ain't know? Shut the fuck up. Like, I would be dragging my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as I have my time to speak, I'm coming for you. Because I get it. We're all human.
Right. I mean, I don't have no problem.
Has a different perspective.
I think it makes total sense for somebody to defend their brother, even if publicly defend their brother, even if they think that their brother was in the wrong. My issue was with disrespecting Jada in the process of that. Talking about, you gonna hit my motherfucking brother because your bitch gave you a side eye. Now, first of all, coming from you, bitch is not a term of endearment. So watch how you talk about my fucking wife. Like, I feel like Will has already made that clear. But also, do you really think your brother, like your relationship with your brother, you, Tony Rock, who I probably not have thought of since all of us rapped, like, do you really think your relationship with your brother matters more to me than my relationship with my wife? Do you really think that was my priority? Do you think I saw the way Jada reacted to that and then thought, but what would Tony Rock say? I know how much he loves Christopher. Like, who? Nobody's going. Who do you think you are? I hit your brother because he disrespected my wife. Yes, I absolutely did that, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, perhaps, like, everybody, like, his perspective on it, of course, is this way because he watched his brother get smacked in the face on TV. So it's personal for him.
Yeah.
The same way it's personal for this nigga whose wife was humiliated in front of this room. I mean, again, assuming.
Right.
In front of this room full of white people, and you've been trying her on stage before. So it's like,
niggas done pulled out the receipts from the 90s. Like, Chris Rock has been in his feelings behind Jada for a long time.
Can everyone just have a little Casamigos and just...
No, that's going to make it so much worse.
Can everybody just have a little Hennessy?
I'm just saying, like, I get protecting your brother, but blaming Jada for Will's actions is the number one thing that niggas are doing that gets on my nerves. Jada had her reaction. Will made his decision. They didn't sit there and confer about it. And even though I didn't have a problem with it, y'all are blaming her as if she controls Will. And if she looks upset, then Will is like he has no autonomy, no agency over his own body. He just does, like Jada has mind control over him or something. And I just think y'all should really read his book. I think y'all should read his book. Because
I mean, yeah, there
I feel like that. I feel like that'll shine some light on the situation for you. I mean, but a lot of y'all also just like to blame women. You don't like women. And so any opportunity you get
very true
to shit on a woman, you gonna do it. You could have made this solely about Will. How you gonna slap my brother, nigga, this, blah, blah, blah. You could have went in on Will and I would have had nothing to say about it.
Yeah.
It's bringing Jada into it and then calling her a bitch that had me
like, that's like the common...
You.
That's like the common, like, what's like the common sort of, I can't think of the word, narrative.
Okay.
With like a lot of niggas who have been on Will's neck about it over Jada or just from the perspective that you have.
Right.
A lot of them have been like, trying to blast him, I guess, for being weak or being controlled by a woman or by his wife, or like, why would you didn't slap August and all this other stuff. So it's like a lot of, to your point, I feel like a lot of people are blaming her for it rather than realizing that he had a number of options in terms of dealing with the situation.
Right.
And he picked slapping the nigga on stage.
He did.
Now, I am not bent into a pretzel over that decision because it's mess.
Yeah,
I'm at home,
same.
like girly, and it's not something that is representative of Black people, Black men, or whatever, or Black Hollywood as a whole.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just some Hollywood mess, and I'm sitting here, drinking my wine and moving on with my whatever my opinion is. But yeah, like a lot of people, I think, just have really weird outlooks on this, but everybody's opinion is their own. And like I said, when it comes to like us like slapping somebody, I just think it pushes us into this weird territory of everyone having these like in these really deep perspectives, a lot of which I think are tied to personal experience and
absolutely
stuff, which I get.
Same.
Like I think of Atlanta's premiere, 3 Slaps.
Wait.
Which was... I forgot that show is scary. Did you watch the premiere of
Yes, but I have not finished it, so don't spoil it.
And I don't blame you. Because I definitely
because
took,
you know how I am.
A break.
You know how I am. I had to press pause.
I forgot that show is like scary.
I mean, yeah.
It has dark.
It has its moments. Yes, it does. It's not all.
And that episode was based on like something that really happened that I never heard about. Anyways,
okay,
watch it.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't want to speak on it.
Get past Lake Lanier.
Okay.
Get past Lake Lanier.
Because as soon as it came up, I was like, the devil
that
at work and busy. Pause.
As soon as that shit came, I was like, what the fuck?
Because we all know about this. We all know about Lake Lanier. Please don't do this. I'm scared. I refuse. Anyway.
But
what
yes,
were we even talking about?
The rest of the episode goes into a situation with a young man who is slapped by his grandfather 3 times and then taken into custody by CPS or whatever, facing a home with white people.
Oh, shit.
It is I literally stopped halfway through the episode because I was like, okay, no. I was like that particular day, I think it was the same week that I was I don't I was really pissed off and just on edge due to whatever the fuck my anxiety was dealing with that week. And I was like, what I can't deal with this on tonight is watching numerous black kids. And anyways, Atlanta on FX. Okay. It's gotten better because that premiere had me biting the tips of my fingers off.
Yeah, I had to press pause and go turn on Abbott Elementary because I am a 5-year-old and I need something that makes me happy, something with bright colors.
Yeah, Atlanta is so good. But it will grab you by the hairs on the back of your neck.
That's true.
And on your chinny chin chin. Anyway, man. Everybody is still in a swarm over this, but
y'all got it.
I feel like overall we've agreed that there are other things going on and snacks to be had and snacks to be had, if you know what I mean.
You could say that.
And just other shit to do. Also, way bigger problems besides rich people fighting. So, other stuff to talk about. Let's do it.
Amen. Let's do
also,
it.
August Alsina made a new song, but...
Oh, girl. And that's another thing. Before we move on, I wish y'all would stop bringing that situation up because, I don't know if y'all just didn't watch Red Table Talk or if you don't care because you can't imagine yourself being in the situation, but they made it very clear that, they had an open situation. They had an understanding. And the issue...
No one was cheated on.
Right. Nobody was cheated on. It's not like Will was embarrassed by Jada and Jada had to fight to get her man back or something. This was an understanding. The issue was not sleeping with... what's his name? August Alsina. That was not the problem in and of itself. So I wish you niggas would just stop bringing this up. He didn't smack August. First of all, you don't know that. Maybe he did, but also
I doubt it.
Right. I doubt it because why would he? Why would he do that? But again, I feel like y'all are just always in such a rush to be mad at a woman, blame a woman for a nigga doing something you don't agree with that you just let logic fly directly out the fucking window.
I think also when we look at celebrity stories and stuff again, when you're at the water cooler scrolling down on Baller Alert and shit and stuff. No, because that's what's happening. You're in your cubicle and you're looking for your laughs or whatever. You're on your lunch break in your car, and I think that a lot of the time it's playing the match game or just trying to compare these things to our own. You know what I mean? Our own lives and experiences and stuff like that. It's a lot of the reasons why these things are so different and bizarre is because these people live in a completely different dimension.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
They have a different world than we do.
Which is another reason why I was just completely not here for all of the other celebrities being the violence. Because it's no, girlie. No.
Yeah.
You eat live hamster. Okay.
So you don't talk to me.
So I don't want to hear anything from y'all bitches.
You leave me
all
right
you
out
hoes
of
are
it.
Weird.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
And you have a publicist take some photos of you every now and then in a Target to make us feel like you're just like us. You aren't. And that's fine.
They don't even remember the real world.
And bitch, how about I was just... Oh, you're talking about the literal real world, not the show on TV.
No, but I cannot wait to see this New Orleans reboot with Melissa. I mean, full disclosure, Melissa is my nigga, but I cannot wait to see this. I'm going to text her and ask her to come on the show.
as soon as I saw
I'm finna text her right
that
now.
they're doing is it called Homecoming? The Real World's Homecoming.
Yep.
As soon as I saw they were doing a New Orleans one, I almost broke this MacBook by flipping it. Because that is my like, all we need after this one is back to New York.
And the preview looks so good. The teaser, I said, oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. But we absolutely do need Return to New York, because I have to know what Coral, the queen of my life, is up to these days. I don't know if she's still doing those challenges. I stopped watching.
No, she hasn't done a challenge in forever.
Okay. I used to really stand for Coral. So I would.
Didn't.
Right?
That's haters.
I would love to see that. Yes, absolutely.
I don't wrestle. I fucking beat bitches up. Work.
Y'all still quote that shit to this day.
Work. She said one boob alone.
Melissa, obviously, and Coral, and
I love Melissa.
What was the lesbian's name from Chicago? Anissa. Oh, I always felt bad for Anissa because 9/11 is her birthday, and they were filming when 9/11 happened.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've always just randomly remembered that about her.
She still does challenges quite a bit, and they be trying the fuck out of her. They be trying the fuck out of her. I feel like I did a read once about Anissa on the challenges, because they be trying to play the fuck out of her every time that she's on there and be like, oh, well, Anissa can't do this. Anissa did. She doesn't have the stamina because she gained weight. And because she's like one of the older contestants, I guess, like who's been on it for a while. But it's like, Anissa slays. Like, she kills the challenges. She's amazing at fucking puzzles. Like, she has the fucking experience, and she don't start no motherfucking drama. Like, it was always, she would get right. And that's the other thing. She would always get right up to the end, and then somebody would throw her into an elimination and chop her.
Yeah.
So, at the very least, stop trying to play that girl like she was not an asset or was not good at challenges. Y'all did that shit to her because she was a black girl and because she was a thick girl and she was one of the older contestants. She was one of these bony ass white girls from the UK.
They couldn't.
Like, that's really it.
That's really all it is. I mean, they couldn't take her on her season, so I'm not shocked that white people on the challenge
the girls out and smoke another one.
Show did. I just always remember that about her because I was still deeply tapped into Real World. That was around the time that I auditioned. And let me just say,
you fucking auditioned for the Real World?
Because they came to I'm sure they came to every college town. And when they came to Norman, Oklahoma, boomer, soda, the niggas just did it. You didn't get it, but they get it.
I didn't.
No, but it's okay. But when they came to Norman that summer, they were, I mean, I'm not doing that, but this was before you could like film yourself and go audition. They still traveled around the country looking for niggas in person. And so I went to like one of the local bars near campus to my little audition, and I did not make it past like the first or second round. And we praise God, because I think about me at that age and I would be full of nothing but regret if I was on reality TV at that time. And them niggas could still re-air that whenever they wanted to and re-embarrass me all over again. So, yeah, you know.
I feel like someone will now.
Yeah. Oh, Melissa says she coming on the show.
Not that you're getting live updates.
I told you I was texting her and I meant that shit. She said yes. Hallelujah.
So, Lee Daniels has publicly apologized to Monique during one of her recent shows in Staten Island.
Oh, yes. I did see this.
He came on stage, I think towards the, let me not say, I don't know when this was, but he came on stage during the show. And he basically said to her that he is sorry for anything that he did to hurt her. He said that, you know, she was more than just someone he worked with, but she was like his best friend.
Right.
Which I feel like probably also adds to this, probably factors into this whole moment.
Right.
Because she seems like a good friend and also she's hilarious. So why would you not, you know, it makes sense after time.
Right.
Has healed some wounds and things that you would miss each other. So they hugged it out. It seemed like Monique might have shed a tear or so. And then they did a little dance to working together again, which apparently, according to reports, is happening right away. Lee Daniels has a movie called Demon House coming to Netflix. And Monique is going to be apparently replacing Octavia Spencer. Now, I couldn't find reasons why Octavia Spencer needed replacing for this film.
Maybe her schedule no longer allows.
Yeah.
I can only imagine this if Octavia was like, I can no longer do this.
Yeah.
No shade, but just saying.
Yeah. But, yeah, so she's going to be replacing Octavia for, I guess, the role in this horror movie, which sounds like... It kind of sounds like a Black Conjuring. And I know that means little to nothing to you.
Absolutely nothing. I have no idea what The Conjuring is about.
Oh, you don't even know what
I'm
it
assuming you're conjuring something into existence. I've heard of the name, but I don't know what the plot is. But I'm assuming somebody is making some chant and bringing something to life.
So The Conjuring is a series of films. I believe they were started by James Wan.
Oh,
He's like a classic.
No.
Director.
Nope, this poster alone, I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, isn't the poster for the first one like a noose or something in a tree?
It's this scary looking tree, and then it has like a fucking noose hanging from it, and then you see a big plantation in the background and what looks like a house from the colonial era, and it looks like they ain't got no neighbors, so like all manners of spooky things happen.
Yeah.
Oh no, bitch, I won't be looking at that.
So good. It's a really good horror movie.
That's exactly why I won't watch it.
But it's like about these two white people. What are their names? I don't remember. But it's about like this real life married couple.
Ed and Lorraine
Warren, I believe.
Yes, I'm on the Wikipedia, obviously.
They would go around to different like homes and places and deal with supernatural occurrences and stuff like that. And the movies are super creepy. The last one sucked eggs.
Oh, The Conjuring 2.
Eggs. No, the last one I think was the third one. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh, that came out last
The Conjuring
June.
1 and 2 were fine.
Okay.
Yes. The last one that came out last year or whatever.
Yeah.
To streaming, terrible.
What happened to The Devil Made Me Do? Is it not scary?
It wasn't scary to me, but it also just wasn't a good film.
Would it be scary to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yes, you couldn't even finish that last episode of Atlanta.
I thought you meant it was so unscary that I could watch it.
No. Oh. You couldn't get through the fucking intro of that. Atlanta
I can't watch nothing. I don't even like spooky music on sitcoms when they switch to like the tense music. I'd be like,
you like the Halloween episode of Family Matters with the doll?
So
remember the Steve Urkel?
No, that was not
the evil
scary
puppet?
To me. But there have been sitcoms that made me yelp.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't mind. I am just sensitive in that way, and I embrace that about myself.
I love horror. I love horror movies.
I do.
So this sounds like it's right up my alley. It's about a haunted house in Gary, Indiana. One that, according to this story that I read about it, them ghosts were not playing, and they weren't afraid of no motherfucking body. Like, girl, they said that the social workers, doctors, police came. All seen incidents of it themselves. Like, the ghosts were like, it wasn't them ghosts that they haunt the family, but then when everybody else comes over, it's like, y'all motherfuckers are crazy. And then they leave. No, the ghosts were coming over. When the people came over, the ghosts were doing full-on choreography.
Oh, wow.
Pulling people up off the ground. So everybody knew. Like, yes. They might as well have just sold tickets because the ghosts were putting on a show. And so Lee Daniels is writing a movie or producing, directing, whatever, a movie about it called Demon House. And apparently Monique will be starring in it.
Okay.
So good for you guys. And shout out to 1TS Madison for brokering this goddamn deal.
That's pretty much the only thing I know about this is like it finally happened and Maddie is responsible, at least partly. And I'm assuming like a giant part of that, like the motivating factor behind it. And y'all are going to give her fucking credit.
You're just going to have to, sweetness. Yeah. Like that's just that's the reality.
She is the moment and you're going to have to accept it. This is Madison's
she
world.
did a whole interview with Monique on her show, Get Into It.
Yep.
They spoke about this. She did a whole interview with Lee Daniels on her other show, Get Into It. And they spoke about this. And there was encouragement and love from Maddie to get this back together, and it did. Yeah. She really got into Lee Daniels' ass too. And so here we are today. So give that black woman her motherfucking flowers. Yes. That black woman being Maddie, give her flowers. Tell that bitch, congratulations. You are a power. You are a force.
Right.
And thank you.
Not to mention she is the uncontested biggest Selena fan of all time.
Rickon!
Oh, I feel Rickon and it's Rickon.
I will watch that clip.
I'm obsessed.
At least once a week.
Did you see niggas photoshopped her on top of the Puerto Rican?
Yes. Yes. I love T.S. Madison so much.
I love that the kids found that sound and put it on TikTok because it just took everything to a whole nother level. I love seeing people discover it. It's everything.
TikTok is also another dimension.
It's something else, man. I'm leaving that to Gen Z and Gen A. That's none of my business.
You know, quarterly I maybe peek in there and see what the children are
I'll
talking
watch
about.
them, but I'll never be a creator on TikTok.
I don't know.
Maybe the next one. Maybe whatever y'all do next.
All right, there's been a lot of discussion about Russell Wilson I've been seeing, and nigga podcasts and the like, and them still talking about why Ciara is with him, how he bagged Ciara.
Stop this.
Even though they've been together for
so long.
Ever. They have 2 children together. How old is their youngest baby? 2 years old?
Oh, no.
Yes, their son turns 2 in July.
Right, so he's about to be 2. I was about to say, no, the girl is the youngest, but no, it's the boy.
Yeah.
And is that
So Sienna is 5.
Oh, right. Sienna's 5. Okay. So yeah, it's just been too long. Longer than Ciara was ever with Future. So why are y'all so fucking pressed? I'll never get it. I really don't. Other than y'all wish y'all could fuck Future. Other than that, I truly don't understand the hoopla. I don't.
I think a lot of niggas are trapped in this like alpha male, beta male thing. And cuck. I don't know.
Oh, Lord. Please.
Like, I find that a lot of straight guys put niggas in like these different categories in terms of like, I don't know, strength, influence, intimidation, power, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of motherfuckers that celebrate, the Illuminigga, they look at Russell Wilson as a weaker one. I myself have called him the Carlton Banks of football. I stand by that.
I mean, I also don't see nothing wrong with that, especially original Carlton. Maybe not reboot Carlton.
Like, maybe not.
Maybe not reboot Carlton.
Maybe the fuck not. I really enjoy that show.
I listen, didn't I tell you? It's good.
Really good.
It is good. And it's nice to have a drama because it's longer, twice as long as sitcoms, and you get to really get into the characters, and I just love it.
But it's also like, I don't have to measure it alongside the original because it's of a different tone.
Different, right. It's great because you automatically know like the backstory of these characters.
Yeah.
So they don't have to waste time explaining that part of it, but you get this whole different spin on their stories that is updated and, as far as I'm concerned, extremely realistic. Realistic.
I'd like to see them do that with some other shows.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see more reboots that do a 180.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to do a lot of the remaking and rebooting, let's change the vibe and the tone and make it something else.
And speaking of that...
What if Family Matters was a horror show?
Wasn't it a horror show?
Yeah, I guess.
The neighbor child comes over and wrecks some part of your home.
Into your house all the time.
He constantly broke their roof and smashed their garage and was blowing holes in the fucking walls.
Has an unhealthy fixation on one of your daughters.
Another one of your daughters went upstairs and was never seen again.
And never came back down.
It's The Conjuring.
It's...
But...
rare condition.
Yeah.
This day and age.
A lot of people have recommended the Black Wonder Years to me.
Ooh. And I haven't heard much really about it.
I've heard it's been highly recommended. So that's on my list of things to watch this weekend because niggas have been raving about it. So
the original 100 Years was a comedy, right? It was a sitcom, or was it a drama?
Yeah, no, it was a sitcom, and I enjoyed it. I don't know that, like, I mean, obviously I was... Anyway, I'm going to watch Black Wonder Years and more reboots that, like, turn the show on its head and it's not just an updated version. Like, give us a little pizzazz.
Add a new spice to the formula. Give us something new.
And like Quinta said, stop taking topics off of Twitter.
Read.
She said people like Abbott because it's not a regurgitation of their timelines.
Oh, she's tired, yo.
I said, talk your fucking shit then, Quinta.
Alrighty. Okay.
I just have no option but to stand.
Well, here we are.
Yep.
So Russell Wilson was on a podcast. What's this one called? Straight from the Heart? This is one of Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud.
Makes
radio
sense.
shows.
I was like, what podcast? But yeah, another rich, famous nigga, of course.
Yeah, like, mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so during the interview with him there, and this is like a round table. I didn't even see him at first. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 niggas, and then Russell.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know if it's normally that many people because I'm not familiar with the podcast, but or the show. But they talked to Russell and they asked like what did he say? Like what was the vibe that got him to bag Ciara, right? Which again, whatever. And so he tells this story about how they were, sitting together. They had been already like chatting for 2.5 hours, their first date, I guess. And he had his wallet out. And he says that his wallet was basically toe down and broke up and just looked ridiculous. And at some point, Ciara joked to him, that wallet, you losing with that. And he said, he made note to say that he held his finger up. And said, like he said he held up a finger.
Okay.
Which I thought was hilarious. Mm-hmm. And then he said, first of all, with me, you're never losing. Ooh. And I'm sure that she just soaked. Okay. I'm sure that she felt like, I'm sure that her water broke.
Listen, because I feel like most other niggas would have been like, oh, like would have tried to laugh it off and been like, yeah, you right, or something like that.
Or got mad.
Right. Or been like, bitch, I'll slap you. Right. But I love that he was like, the finger really drives it home. Like, let me tell you exactly how wrong you are. Yes, my wallet may be tattered, but it's no such thing as losing over here, girl. Oh yeah, well, it was a wrap from that very fucking moment.
He said, first of all, with me, you're never losing. And then he said, second of all, which let's acknowledge the fact that he had another one after saying first of all.
So the man is smart.
Many basic bitches like myself would just say first of all, and there isn't a second or third. So there was no need for us to say it.
I gotta look up this man's son.
But he said, second of all, that wallet shows consistency. And that's what you're going to get from me. You're going to get somebody who's going to be consistent for you every day. And I know that he loves the way that she rides it because the way that she probably put on her tightest lace.
You know it. It was it from that point on. Like, he didn't have to say nothing else.
Man, let these people be in love and be cute or whatever and have their babies. Like, they're literally not, they don't bother no motherfucking body.
Yeah, once again,
now Ciara's prayer was strange. Ciara's prayer was... I
really disliked it, but I wasn't shocked by it at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Like, the laugh that I laughed. The scream I screamed. Like, but... At the same time, Russell Wilson really don't be bothering nobody. That nigga just makes his fucking M's and B's and plays his sports and like takes care of his kids. So I don't really understand why. Cause Candace was here yesterday. She showed me a clip of some other podcaster talking about he's a square. We laughed about this shit for like literally hours. We just found other ways to call people a square because some nigga was like calling him a square over and over. He's a square. It's like, who the fuck? That man ain't fucking you and she ain't fucking you either. And they probably never heard of you. So like, what, like who? Why do you care?
Yeah.
Talk about Ciara, Ciara is fucking him because it's good for her or give her a good look for her, whatever the fuck he said. It's like, I don't understand why you give a fuck. Girl,
exactly.
She had a baby with Future. She dated Bow Wow and 50 Cent. That lady is tired. Okay, like she don't want, that lady was not gonna deal with no more of whoever you would say is nonsense. Guess what? Right. Sometimes you want a square when you tired of diamonds. Sometimes you want a square when
you better give the
for colored girls
word.
who want a square when diamonds ain't enough. Okay, like we're tired. We're tired.
Okay. Yes.
So let that lady be and let her be with her man.
Please just let it be. Like, clearly he's happy. She's happy. Why you niggas are pressed about this relationship that has nothing to do with you, I'll really never understand. And it can't be out of some weird allegiance to Future, because I'm sure Future has had other children since then and has been with countless other women since then. I'm sure of both of those things. So why, again, are y'all so... Future don't even seem to be worried about her no more. So what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, he doesn't talk about her or throw shade as much as he used to.
It's like he has really moved on. So what is wrong with these niggas who have fuck all to do with the situation?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
And honestly, from this clip, I was like, okay, I get it, Ciara. Now, I just feel like if he had a little taste of facial hair, I would really see it. I can't do a bald face.
I mean, I get it off the strength of this nigga not being trash. Russell, like, seeming to be like a sweet person who, I mean, you know, this is obviously from the outside looking in, but seems to be very loving, very devoted, a good father, accept a Future Junior as his own, like
attractive,
a beautiful, rich as fuck, like a nice nigga who has a lot of money. Your girlfriend would leave you right now if a nigga like that showed up. Do you understand?
Gasses you up.
These girls are choosing y'all because y'all are what they can get. If they could get Russell Wilson's, they would. Like, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she wants a nigga who will be there when she's giving birth to his baby.
Yeah. And in bed when it's time to go to sleep.
It's just not asking for the world. Maybe she wants a nigga who she don't have to wake up in the morning getting text messages with pictures and videos in them because her man was at the fucking strip club all night and was lying to her about being at his mama's house or what. Like, maybe she wants
peace. That shows credit.
Maybe she wants peace.
To that show's credit, I did see some other niggas in the clip with him that were basically like, when you deal with the level of toxicity that Ciara dealt with, you just want peace. So there were other niggas in the room who were like, calm down.
Yeah. But even if you haven't, like, women want healthy, nice, fun relationships with healthy, nice, fun men. Everybody, I mean, some people have issues, yes, but nobody is out here like, I would just adore to be abused and neglected and disregarded and devalued every day in my relationship. Like, please.
I feel like some people some people feel the same way. Like, you know, a nigga who is probably going to allow you to have more peace in your love life, or like they're squares. Like some people really are stimulated by trouble.
That's true. Some people are so used to chaos and drama that anything that doesn't feel like that doesn't feel right. And so they get scared or put off by it. That is very true. But that is a trauma response and not a healthy response to, I'm so sorry, but
no, it's true. I like it.
Just because you feel that way doesn't mean that it's healthy to feel that way, or even that that's the way you really want to feel. It just means that that's all you know. And that's your automatic response. And you can't change that until you become aware of it. So maybe the discourse around Future will open some of y'all's eyes and be like, wait a minute, I could be with a nigga who don't tear my stomach up and I don't have to worry about hacking into his phone and checking his Instagram DMs. That's possible. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of leaving a nigga for your peace, apparently JT broke up with Uzi.
Oh.
Did you hear about this?
Of course not. Was it dramatic?
It was so stupid.
Oh, God.
Like, it's not dramatic, but it's pretty funny. So apparently is this person I don't know. I'm assuming that this person is an artist, a performing artist of some kind. No. Some girl. And she posted a tweet from Lil Uzi Vert from 2015. Like, recently posted this on her page for whatever reason. And the tweet says, if you was meth, I would do it all day long.
He said
this is what he says to
girl?
This girl and adds her. Yes. And so the girl posted it on her page. I have no idea why, but that happened. She deletes it. And I guess it made its way to whatever hotel room bed that JT and Uzi Vert were in. And initially, it looks like JT responded by saying that the tweet was fake because that's what Uzi told her.
Okay.
Coming to find out, it was not fake.
So he told her it was fake instead of real and just old. But anybody can see that it's old. The timestamp is right there. So
yeah.
So she just believed. Oh, well, it's because he lied. Then I fully get it.
Exactly.
And that's probably not the first time he's lied to her.
I mean,
and this was just the straw. I fully get it. I fully get that.
Steven Uziverse tweeted, JT broke up with me over this dumbass shit. I don't even do nothing FML, which is fuck my life for my aunties. And JT said, I don't give a fuck if it was 2012, which is funny to me because it was 2015. So she's like, it don't even matter. It could be another 3 years. It really don't matter when it was. Yeah, it could have been 1984, bitch. I don't give a fuck. He said it was fake instead of old. And since he want to run to the internet about it, here you go.
I know that's right. Yes, JT. I fucking love to see that. I do. I'd love to see the girls standing up for themselves and being like, you know what you're going to do? Leave me the fuck out of it and the fuck alone.
Oh, man. First of all, Uzi's high drunk ass probably really did think that shit. First of all, for you to say that wild ass shit to somebody, I have to believe that you were not sober when you said it.
Probably
so
not.
You probably didn't even remember it and such, thought it was fake until he realized that it wasn't and it was just old. Either way, should have came clean. He should have taken a second or two more to figure out what the tea was before you went ahead and gave her the incorrect answer.
Like, why wouldn't you see? I feel like because the fact that he said it was fake instead of old leads me to believe that they had a whole discussion about whether it was fake or it was old. Because she seems to be determined about it. Like, no, he said this. Like she asked for verification. And if somebody asks you, like, is this fake or is it old? Then it is on you to verify which one of those things it is. I'm sure you do a lot of drugs, you drink a lot, you party a lot or whatever else, and you don't really give a fuck about that. And you definitely wasn't thinking that deep about it. But
yeah,
either way, I feel like this is not the first time Uzi has put her in a position where she was like, I'm finna leave this nigga. And I don't even think this is the first time I've heard about them breaking up.
Oh, no, they break up all the time. That's what I was about to say. You better buy her, like, 3 bags and some sneakers and, like, really champagne, and they're going to get back together,
I mean, probably so. You would know better than I would. But if not, I fully understand being like, that is the last lie you are going to tell me, nigga. The absolute last lie.
Personally, I hope that she goes ahead and keeps this permanent and just continues to make some music and be pretty and...
Yeah, do that.
Date somebody who doesn't currently look like Ryuk from Death Note. Like, I don't understand. I think that she likes that he's weird.
I don't know.
And I think that, a lot of the time his weirdness is charming. But then sometimes, especially by way of this relationship, I've seen stuff that I did not like. Like the way he was talking to her in that car and cussing at Carisha on live.
I just Googled Ryuk, so...
Oh, well. I mean, that's what his hair looks like in this picture.
I'm not mad at all. I fully see it.
Or like Cynthia Doll from the Rugrats.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to y'all. I mean, specifically to JT.
To JT, yeah.
And
to her.
Shout out to Miami.
Always.
The city, but also the other member of the group, I guess. So, did you see this clip of T.I.?
I did see this clip of T.I., although it was difficult for me to watch the whole thing. Because
I don't blame you.
That little nigga is so irritating. It's just like very difficult to stomach him. It's like don't know. It's like watching a 6th grader, and you know how when adolescents get like really full of themselves and they start like trying to step into adult roles, but they're still kids. So it's awkward and bad, and you just want them to stop, but they full of themselves. Like that's the energy he gives me.
Yeah, I can see that.
All the way, 100%.
Well, I can tell you that the full clip was a cringe. It was real embarrassing. So if you guys haven't heard, T.I. does comedy now. He does stand up. And has been bouncing around locally doing jokes and shows and open mics and things of that nature. Which led to like some whole other drama between him and Godfrey, who's like a classic comedian that people have known of forever. And we never talked about it because I didn't care. But quite recently, T.I. showed up at a comedy show called One Night Only in Atlanta at Our Bar in Edgewood. Now, this is an open mic situation hosted by a comedian named Lauren Knight. So, now in this clip that we saw first, T.I. is walking around in front of the stage with a mic in his hand, hollering about the sexual assault allegations that he and his wife Tiny have been dealing with for quite some time now, and about how there is no case and blah, blah, blah. Very clearly irate about a comment that the comedian Lauren made up on stage while she's just basically, Millie rocking in the background and waiting for him to be quiet. And so that is what started it. A lot of people, I guess, were upset that this woman would have the nerve to make a joke about that or whatever. How dare you besmirch the
I don't know why.
The honor of our one and only Clifford Harris, I guess.
Okay. Sure.
I can't believe that y'all are really mad, but not after the Oscars, but that's fine.
I was about to say. I was really about to say.
Because
I'm sure these are the same niggas who. Okay, but anyway.
So, according to Lauren in a video she posted on her page, T.I. came to the show towards the end. It's open mic. She said he did about 30 minutes, which I'm very confused. Like, why did he do 30 minutes?
Why was he allowed to have a 30? Well, because he's T.I. Maybe he paid for that, but
he's not a cop. Well, whatever. I mean,
I feel like for the right amount of money, they'll let you do it.
And I mean, maybe it was a situation where people knew that he was going to be there. I don't know if he was like, on some sort of a bill, or if they promoted saying that T.I. was going to come do stand up or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, may have.
But I think it's wild that he was. But anyways, I also didn't hear anything about his set. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's funny. I don't know. She says he did his set, whatever. She goes back on stage and he's basically just heckling her, interrupting her, calling her a bitch, telling her to shut the fuck up.
Wow.
And she, at one point, says, like, look, I can't say nothing about you, so chill out. She continues to say, she's making jokes about marriage or whatever her thing is, hosting. And at some point, he starts to tell her to take her wig off. Like, he's still in the audience yelling, take your wig off right now, whatever.
Yeah.
And so she says that she responded, I'll take my wig off when you respond to the allegations. And that is what kickstarted the clip that we saw. And him, I guess, feeling like she was accusing him of rape, which is not necessarily what she said.
No, she said when you respond to the allegations, not when you answer for being a rapist.
Right.
But niggas.
Anyhow, this drunk ass nigga then, does his whole tirade around the stage and blah, blah, blah. He gets up on the stage at one point and goes to give her a hug, Which to me was like the security's like stepped closer to the stage when he went and did that, because it was very clearly not like sincere. It was just like, I'm not sober right now. And like, I understand that this is dramatic. And so I'm going to do the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to give you a hug, but fuck you, bitch, and stop. Shut the fuck. Like, he literally hugged her and was still telling her to shut the fuck. You're at her show, mind you. It's named after her. Name is Laura Knight. The show is one night only. It's her goddamn show. Like, you shut the fuck up. You sit down and let her host. Like,
literally that. Shut the fuck up.
Anyways, so he then on a live claims that he never called her a bitch. He never called her out of her name. Basically accuses her of lying, and also says that if she can provide video of him calling her a bitch, that he will give her $1 million.
He did say that.
Lauren posted 2 clips on her Twitter. One of the clips saying he would give her the $1 million under letter A, and under letter B, security footage from the event that goes a little something like this. So
there it is. It's right there. Thank you for the challenge, I guess. I hope she takes that straight to court.
After that, Troubleman31 posted on Instagram, I've said from my entrance into the world of comedy that I intend to use my light to shine on others, to bring awareness to those who also have love and respect for the art form. In the spirit of that, everyone, I'd like to introduce you to She's Lauren, like he put her handle. She's a young up-and-coming comic on the scene in Atlanta. Check her out. She's a young Black woman fighting to use her voice for laughter. And I understand that may take us down dark roads at times, but there's always an opportunity to find a beacon of light and produce a positive outcome. As I say all the time, all ships rise with the high tide. May she use whatever fame and notoriety, she use whatever fame and notoriety she receives for good. I wish you the best and hope you bring the world more joy and laughter with the light you receive. I've done my part here. Ellipses, moving on. So,
what?
2 things. 2 reasons that you could have kept this. 1, she wasn't given an apology. 2, she wasn't given her $1 million. So I don't understand what we're doing. Like, he tried to turn this, instead of just being like, you know what? I didn't need to call you no motherfucking bitch. You know what I mean? I didn't need to be interrupting you to tell you to take your goddamn wig off and whatever when you're just trying to do your show. You ain't said nothing to me. You weren't bothering me. You weren't making no fucking jokes out of me. I'm clearly just drunk and doing the most. I didn't have to do all of that. And he also, by the way, while he... the video that's like in this Instagram post is the both of them sitting up on the front of the stage.
Yeah.
And like talking it out. He's calmed down a bit more here and is just kind of like,
he knows this is going on the Shade Room.
And also that you're like doing the most. And it's not like, it's not that. Nobody called Tiny a ball.
They brought sis a drink though. I know that's right. Y'all gonna have to bring me something. But this nigga still got a drink in his hand.
Yeah. Didn't say you were a rapist. Didn't call Tiny G.I. Jane.
God.
Just sit down.
Okay. Didn't even go. Like, what she said was so tame compared to what she could have said that I feel like he posted this video to try to smooth things over and let it be whatever. And he posted something else. I haven't watched this because I'm not watching no 9-minute long video, but yeah.
I'm not doing that. What I will say is I don't even think it was about smoothing anything over. I think it's just saving face. I guess you didn't expect her to have footage of you calling her a bitch because A, you probably didn't remember calling her a bitch because you were drunk.
Perhaps
and
not.
B, I guess you forgot or didn't realize that she's hosted this fucking event at this bar. Like, I don't know if it's weekly, but it seems like it's a Monday night.
Like, this is her regular show. Thing. Okay.
So that would say to me that you have access to footage from what happens here.
Absolutely. I don't even think I can give him enough like goodwill to be like, oh, well, maybe you were just drunk and carried away and wasn't really thinking about it. Like, I think my opinion of T.I. is so low that I can't even give him that like benefit of the doubt. I just assume the worst when it comes to him, and that everything he did was deliberate, and the alcohol maybe made him a little bit more bold about it, but that, you know, push come to shove, he probably would have done it sober. Like, that's just my opinion of him as a person.
I just don't know why you're coming out the side of your neck and calling this lady a bitch.
Unprovoked.
She needs to take her wig off when she hasn't said anything to you.
And she warned you.
Doing what she's been doing all night long. Like, did she flame your set? What happened? Like,
nothing.
What are you?
You just decided to be this way.
What's the truth? Because
that may have been the alcohol that had you thinking you could heckle her throughout her show. Like, maybe that's where the alcohol stepped in, but you lost it.
Stay in our seats,
please.
Let's just all stay in our seats at the comedy gig. That's it. Let's just all stay seated at the comedy gigs, girl. Alrighty. And if you don't like it, we can always get up and leave. That's an option.
We can just do that.
Let's get back to throwing tomatoes.
But tomato.
Hiss. All right. Lastly.
Wow.
This one is really important to me. And I'm so offended and so knocked over by this last piece of news. It really rocked me to my core when I saw it, this footage. For whatever reason, Paula Patton decided to share a cooking video with us.
Why would you do this?
Paula Patton, ever so earnestly.
She did. This video is adorable.
It really is.
Yeah, if the food wasn't poisonous, this would be so cute.
I want nothing to do with this food. Nothing.
No one should eat that. But
when I was watching it,
earnestness.
Through my disgust, I was like, well, her apron and her little top is cute.
Her house is cute. And like, she's clearly very rich. And her attitude is very upbeat and positive. She is that. I'll give her that.
It's very. It gives me when Hottie cooked that chicken in the microwave, and everybody around her was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she was just all smiles, and they put a little bike bell sounds every time she blinked. Like she had no idea that what she was doing was disgusting. Paula Patton posted a 5-minute video on her Instagram called Fried Chicken Friday, where she took us through step by step her mom's fried chicken recipe. Now, here's the thing. You ain't even really need to throw your white mama underneath the bus, Paula.
You did.
I could have told you that this was her. I could have told you.
We all knew
you
that.
learned this from her.
None
of us needed that extra piece, that extra nugget of information, because we called it.
Yeah.
So she starts off by cleaning the chicken off in the sink, which, okay.
She rinsed it.
Fine.
Sure you did. You rinsed it.
She then places the unseasoned chicken into bags of unseasoned Whole Foods brand flour.
I was already not in on it, but as soon as she did that, I said, this can only get worse. Pink chicken directly into pure white cocaine flour. Girl, what are you doing? But this is her white mother's recipe, so of course she did. Of course she did.
And then as she's like shaking the bags up and stuff, she's talking about this is 130. She made 138
Nope.
pieces of chicken like this.
Nope. Oh, I hate it. I could not believe it.
All I could do,
I was so sick,
was clasp my hands together and pray. Yeah. Because I said, God, what would allow this adorable rich woman to waste 138 pieces. 138 innocent pieces of chicken. Still waiting back on an answer. So she
While
puts
there is
the
a chicken wings shortage. And you got these chicken wings out of Whole Foods, meaning you really paid for them bitches. And it was clearly nothing to you. But like, this had to be, I wouldn't be shocked if it was $100 worth of wings. If not more than that.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was quite a bit more than that.
Like, I mean, the only reason I'm saying maybe it's less is because raw wings at the store tend to be cheaper than the ones you get at a restaurant. But still, it's fucking Whole Foods. And But clearly the cost doesn't mean anything to her. She could have spent $300 on them chicken wings and it would have meant nothing to her.
It's just, to me, the fact that you made that many wings and I would not even pick one of them up.
I assume you undercooked every last one of them. Do you think you're supposed to have to change out the grease every 2 rounds of chicken? Is that what you think? That must be what you think.
She follows this up by hawking a can of avocado oil into a frying pan.
Oh, Lord. Of course she fries in avocado oil. Nothing wrong with it, but of course she does.
Putting the vacant, coked up flat chicken into the fucking oil.
Did.
Then she begins to season. And she said it with a tone that I ain't like. I ain't appreciate the fact that she was like, then we put our season on. As if to say, like, I know that this ain't the way that bitches do it, right, but this is the way that we do it and it's lit. You need to learn you something. Don't insult my intelligence. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know what the fuck you are doing. Because let me tell you something. Me, in my household, the way that I was raised, fried chicken is a 2-day process because that chicken would have been seasoned and it would have put it in the motherfucking freezer and we would have got to it the next day.
Exactly. A lot of people brine overnight, or at least for several hours. Like, I'm really... Even if you were going to make it fresh like that, you would at least want to let it sit and make sure it comes to room temperature before you fry it. But that's if you know how to fry chicken. And I cannot believe that she does. Bitch, how you gonna dump Lawry's and paprika and black pepper into hot oil and then be like, and then after turning it like 3 times, pull it out the grease and be like, yummy, bitch. That chicken fried for like maybe 7 or 8 minutes. Oh.
She put so much goddamn Lawry's seasoned salt on this chicken.
I could not.
They look like Flamin' Hots.
Talking about I like it salty.
You'd have to.
You could use a lot.
If you
less
eat it like
salt.
this,
if you just simply seasoned it beforehand, you could use a lot less salt because you're losing a lot of the salt to the avocado oil here because you're seasoning the fucking grease. What are you doing?
Cooking. You took it back to when they fried chicken on rocks.
This is a great way to have salty ass chicken skin and flavorless, disgusting salmonella meat.
Who was this for? Like, because
white children
feels like
and her white
a cooking
school.
Video for new white moms. Like a 31-year-old white woman who just had a baby with a black man and she's like,
exactly
what's chicken? I don't know. Yep. I don't know. Yep. I can't. Because so
so bad.
When I tell you that I would be like, where the sides at? Or can you just can I have an Essentia? I'll just drink water.
Oh, man.
Anyhow, she posted a follow-up video when she woke up the next day and was informed that the streets were reading her and basically let us know that she's open to trying other fried chicken recipes and learning new things, but she's always going to cook fried chicken, her mother's recipe, from time to time because that's the way that she likes it and the way that she grew up eating it. And she was cooking it also.
Yeah.
She was cooking that chicken for her son and his school.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, you're going to serve this to children? You're going to serve. I mean, and when she bit into it, it was like, doesn't that look good? And you can see the pink flesh of the chicken and that red ass bone. I was like, you're not seriously serving this to people. You're not.
She was still so cute about it. Like, she literally had has the vibe of a Pikachu. She's just like not blown over by it at all. No, she was just like,
which is adorable.
That's the way that me and my mom cook it. Yeah. Disgusting.
And
love you.
I love that she doubled down on like, yeah, my white mother, and I'm proud. Like, she didn't seem
she threw that white doll baby underneath 2 buses.
She said, it is my mom's recipe, and so I'm open to feedback, but I'm going to keep doing it our special way.
Yeah, it's special, all right.
It is special. And again, like, I would not have had an issue with this. Like, I would have simply laughed because you don't know how to fry chicken. I got angry about it because this is undercooked and unsafe to eat.
138 pieces!
And you served it to children. Maybe if you have a certain amount of white blood, then you can handle, like, medium rare chicken. But I don't think some of us, I know I can't. You serve me chicken that looks like that, I'm gonna be sick all night. Stomach toe the fuck up. I just cannot do it. But, you know, maybe over there y'all eat raw poultry and game and things like that, and so your systems are used to it. I really don't know. Also, but this chicken, like, and a meat thermometer. I know niggas, you're not even a nigga.
Oh my God, thank you.
But like, you could just check the temperature of your chicken to make sure that it's...
I don't think that's a step. That's not a step for her or her mom's recipe. Until
you know what you're doing, you should really be, and I mean know what you're doing like the back of your hand, you should really be checking the temperature of your fucking food. Because fried chicken especially looks done way before it is done.
I feel like somebody down to the school was like, your mom should cook us chicken. With like half a grin, or like a little smirk. We really want some of your mom's famous chicken. And you should tell her to record it for Instagram while she cooks it.
The craziest part to me is that
for the gram, Paula.
This isn't even recent. This happened a month ago.
Oh, did it?
She posted this on like March 4th. And it took this long
are we just seeing it?
Because I saw this TikTok of this black girl who found the video.
Oh, yes.
And her TikTok had niggas be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
well, TikTok strikes again because niggas wasn't even paying Paula no mind.
The track queen. I think that's your TikTok, ma'am.
Oh, shout out to you for breaking the story, girl. More efficient than the New York Times because... You had me in an absolute tizzy. After I saw that TikTok, I just said, I know good and fucking well. Like, I just know she not finna do this. And she did. Every time I thought she not finna season this meat while it's in the hot grease.
Like,
she not finna turn it over and season it again. And then you see how fucking black that grease is after she fried like 6 wings? That grease
and
you
know something? New. Her son probably goes to school with like predominantly white students. And so a lot of them are probably like, yum, my mom makes it just like this too. You or I, if we were born to wealthy people, would have been the one black kid in the goddamn class with this fucking chicken in front of us just crying. What did we do to deserve this? And why? How much longer do we have to go to this godforsaken establishment?
Would have bit into it and immediately been pissed and angry and devastated because as a young nigga, I know I cannot eat this. I just feel like I was born knowing that pink chicken is bad for you.
Also, both of us in high school, I think, were pretty black.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I just would have been like, so you gonna bring chicken in here? And then
Paula would have came in with 4 trays of chicken and said, it's my mom's recipe. And I've been like, no thanks.
So where's the dip?
I'd love a lemonade. I'm not hungry.
Who brought the cookies? These are fresh out of Walmart. We would have, you're right.
We would have known as soon as she came in there talking about it's her mom's recipe. Oh, well, let me not eat that. You got some okra?
I don't think her son is even that old. Like, how old is, I assume he's elementary school age. Because why would you be bringing chicken? But regardless, it was just so bad. But I admire the way she handled it. She was...
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it was. Again, if your chicken wasn't dangerous, I would just laugh.
It was just like, there's something so Rose Nyland about it.
Yeah. It's the level
Like,
of
you're the last
pride
one
you
to
had
know.
in what a bad job you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't seem to realize
I'm
that
not
this
gonna
isn't
eat
good.
it, so
right?
no harm.
And she makes her go flugenjagen, and everybody is like, bitch, if you don't leave me alone.
Right.
And she's like, y'all don't like salmon and peanut butter and testicles.
Fish eyes. Girl, that's it for the hot tops. Sort of.
Woo.
So, guys, when it comes to big life decisions, having options is ideal. And that's why you're going to want State Farm when you're choosing your insurance. State Farm knows everyone has a budget, and they've got options like insuring your car and your home, getting you great rates on both of these things. And they can help you personalize your policy with options so that you can get a surprisingly great rate. Because that's what we all need right now. Like, it's better to just be able to be like, look, this is my life and my personal situation. Okay, what do you got for me? Choose you. When I say that State Farm understands the importance of a budget, girl, I mean it. I mean, they truly don't want you to give up your hobbies or passions or self-care activities to include insurance in your expense. Who doesn't want? I mean, who wants to have to like take one less hot yoga class a week or a month because, we have to take care of our insurance life as well? Nobody. So whether you're someone who loves going to the gym or, you have every single streaming service to man like I do, State Farm believes that you deserve that and you shouldn't have to sacrifice what you love just to get a great rate on insurance. So, for surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. Let's get back to the show. All right, folks, we're back. And it is time to read your letters.
Yes. If you have a question for us, please send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We will try our best to read it aloud on the show. We have an update this week from Ciara, who wrote to us about her nigga talking about how he could pay all the bills, but then asking her for money and all that last week. So Ciara said, the same day I wrote to you guys, I explained to him that while it was okay if he didn't have the money, it was not okay for him to not communicate, no matter how uncomfortable, embarrassed, or whatever other testosterone-induced emotion he felt.
Yikes.
I gave him the option to either give me the money back and learn a lesson on accountability or keep it and be confident that I would never open my Pocketbook or Venmo again to assist with these financial burdens that he was choosing to believe were above my understanding. He admitted that not only was he expecting a bonus from work that had been pushed back, but also that in past relationships, his partner had used the money he had against him, and he was worried it would cause a problem if he admitted he didn't have it. Now, I definitely wasn't sympathetic because, I mean, that's what she said he said. I wasn't sympathetic because he didn't think it was a problem when he asked for that shit, so how you think it's a problem now? I also explained that while I could understand that line of thought, it had about as much to do with me and my money as his child support payment should have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what he needed it for.
Yeah. However, I did agree that he could pay me back the following week when his bonus hits. I immediately had him pull up his bank statements against mine, and we created a budget so we will both have clear pictures of our financial obligations going forward. He kept his word.
Is this her husband or boyfriend? I can't remember.
I think it's just her man. But they live together. Like, they have combined their families and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. He kept his word and paid me back as promised. And now I have access to all his accounts. And I have taken on managing our family's finances. Which
Works,
is
Santana.
99% of the household maintenance. I'm sure it is. Thanks again, Ciara. Well, girl, if this worked for y'all, then I am so happy for you.
Listen, same. Exact same
sentiment. I think that is the most positive thing I can say.
Exactly the same. Good luck. Yep. God bless.
Amen. And
Ja forever.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to deal with this no more from this man, and he has truly learned and will grow. Now, we do have a quick question here from Mariah, who wants to know if you have played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
You have, and she wants. Oh, okay. So if you have played it, Mariah would love to know what you think about the game.
It's such a random. I mean, it's great. It's kind of. When did it come out? It came out last year, maybe the year before. I think it came out last year. I don't remember, but it's an older game at this point. Not that old, but I beat it in the DLC quite a while ago.
Oh,
it's great. It's very cinematic, like samurai action title. If you like those old school samurai movies and stuff like that, then it's right up your alley. Very cinematic and fun. And also, there aren't many games that allow you to fight with swords, and it really feels like you're sword fighting. So I appreciated that.
Oh, okay, fun.
Wish I could have hacked off more limbs, but that's just because I'm dark-sided.
Does it like bleed when you cut people off? Or when you stab them? Oh, there's like blood coming out?
Yeah, but not as much as I would have liked.
Oh.
It was tame.
Okay.
It was pretty tame.
Any blood is too much for me, but all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So our next letter this week comes from Henny, who says, my friends and I like to go out to dinner, but I'm having a dilemma. I'm pretty sure both of them make more money than me, and I think this because they both have degrees and use CPAs to file their taxes, while I have a high school diploma and I use TurboTax.
Okay.
Valid. Anyway, I'm completely okay with eating catfish or chicken while they have salmon or lamb, but the issue is that whenever we go out to eat, we always split the tab evenly.
Mm.
What would have been a $40 or $50 expense for me turns into $80 or $100. I don't want to come across as being cheap or stingy, but how can I get them to split the tab between the two of them or just have all three of us pay for our own meal? I've read articles and seen memes about that one annoying friend, and I don't want to be that, but I also don't want to keep going over my budget for dining expenses. What's wrong with just paying for what you order? What should I do? Please help. Any advice is welcome. Thanks, Henny.
All right, Henny. So I'm going to be real with you. I don't really see the problem in just, I guess, being the quote unquote friend and saying, look, I'm going to pay for what I ordered because that's what I can afford to do. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And I don't think that you should be paying over your budget just because of whatever weird table. Like, I don't really understand that all of the time. And I think it's because for me, typically when it comes to eating out at restaurants, 9 times out of 10, I'm either just paying the bill or I'm paying for what I ate. So I don't.
Yeah, unless it's a situation where the bill is like automatically separated, I'm probably just going to put it all on my card just to make things as easy as possible. But that's a privilege, that's not regular nigga shit. I was not always able to do that. That's
why I said I'm going to be honest. I don't have too much experience in this whole, well, let's just split it evenly. Like, that's happened a couple of times. And again, I'm blessed to be able to just be like, oh, whatever, know, but I don't think that there's anything wrong for any reason. Like, even if you could afford it, if you just want to be like, I just want to pay for what I ate, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. But if you help, if I'm wrong, tell me. But I feel like if you can afford, if your budget simply allows for you to pay for the meal that you ate, I feel like you should just say that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that either, just because, you make the amount of money you make. And it's 3 of y'all going out to eat. I don't mind asking the waiter to divide us up 3 ways. If other people insist that I do not pay for the meal, which has happened, people are over me at this point. And so if they insist on it, I don't have no problem with, splitting it up and we all paying for what we order because it's just the 3 of us. It's when y'all come into brunches and it's 18 niggas and 40 different carafes of mimosas and all this, and y'all start arguing about $3 between the omelet that you said you ordered and the burrito that you actually got or whatever. That's when I'm like...
So the splitting it of 3 ways is easy, or splitting it is just a way of being like, this is quick.
For me, it's out of consideration for the waiter.
Because it's just easier?
Right. Exactly. It's just easier to bring one ticket. And so that's why I said if it's 3 people, okay, I'm not going to feel bad for that and you're getting a tip. But if it's a pack of niggas and y'all over here and y'all be arguing them down and then tipping them $3, that's when I'm like,
doing.
Yeah,
that's another reason why I don't feel like there's anything wrong. That's why I also don't feel like there's anything wrong with saying that in this case, because I feel like you would be the friend if it were a brunch with 18 niggas and you were like, all right, who had the pot stickers? the vegetable fried right. You had the omelet. No.
Yeah, that's what I hate.
No,
I hate that conversation so much.
Yeah, which is a part of the reason why a bitch like you and me
we'll
and
just
a couple
pay
of
it.
other friends.
We'll just pay it. And be like, if you want, you want to Venmo me, that's fine. You can do that. You want to Zelle me, that's fine.
That's easier.
But those of you who you were scraping to be here, no shade, because I get it, been there before, and I'm not pressed over the $25 that
You're
your
right,
meal
though.
costs.
If it's 3-4 people in a group of us, I wouldn't mind splitting it evenly either.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a situation where, girl, we're at some place and, the girls are eating lamb and shit like that, no, right. I don't think it's fair, and I don't think that they're friends of yours if they can't understand that, look, I can be affording to throw an extra $30-$40 on my tab.
Yeah.
Because
that's gas money.
Y'all got money. Right.
Yeah.
Barely these days.
Right. And I feel like the fact that you said, you're pretty sure your friends make more than you, and you think that because of these reasons, they probably do. You're probably right. But also, they may not know that about you. They may not know that you are not making the money they're making.
Doesn't sound like it.
And since you always go along with splitting it evenly, they probably are just thinking oh, it ain't no big deal. We'll just do it. I feel like if these are your real friends and they knew that there's a significant income gap between you, then they would be perfectly fine with everybody paying for their own or treating you sometimes or whatever. If these are your real friends, then it should not be an issue. But I think maybe y'all don't really talk about money like that, which is understandable. But maybe just telling them, look, I ain't got it like that. Some things are tight and I can only afford the chicken fettuccine Alfredo that I ordered and my one glass of wine. If that's what my friend said, I would be like, first of all, bitch, order whatever you want to. It's on me. All of a sudden, this is a business dinner. I would definitely do that. But if I couldn't do that, then I would be like, cool, pay your $30, $40, $50 for your meal. And why would I be mad at you for making less money? And there's no reason for me to be angry.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It sucks that you even feel, oh, I don't want to be that friend or whatever. And you talk about two people that you feel make more money than you and eating whatever. And fuck all of that.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Stand up. No.
Yeah.
This is the world that we're living in right now.
Shit is
Kristen
hard.
said,
Inflation is real.
Hello. It's a lot of money. A lot of things you could do with that extra ass money.
Yes.
Or whatever. And they should, as friends, understand or whatever. Yeah. But I think you also made a good point. And sounds like this person is making a lot of assumptions about her friends or their friends' financial status. And so one can only assume that your friends would just be doing the same with you.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Maybe nobody, maybe all of y'all wish you could be on a chicken budget and nobody has the nerve to be like, girl, why are we still spending $100 on dinner every other week? Maybe
you saying something might be what takes y'all down to the Denny's.
Where they all be like, well, you know what, girl? Now that you mention it, we can go to Red Robin.
Yes. Yum. I'm telling you. Go get you a burger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I would say just have the conversation and your actual friends should not be tripping off of this.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Our next letter comes from Abby, who says, I'm having trouble dealing with my dad and I wanted y'all's input. My dad had a stroke back in 2020, and while he's mostly recovered, most of his basic motor functions. So he's recovered most of his basic motor functions and can speak in full sentences now, but his dementia has gotten worse. The other day I went to his house and he was talking about some old movie with some old actor that I don't know because I'm young and he's old. And all of a sudden he said, yeah, I think he's an F, meaning the slur for gay men. Right.
Yeah.
And I hate Fs. Everybody thinks it's okay, but I think that's disgusting. My blood went cold and I saw red. I got up to leave and my dad got all defensive and saying dumb shit like, why are you mad? Are you one of them? I wouldn't call myself gay exactly, but I have dabbled with women before and I didn't hate it. So I guess I'm not completely straight, but pretty much all my friends are gay or trans and I simply do not tolerate that homophobic shit from anybody. So I told him that wasn't the point and that what he said was dead wrong, but he just shrugged it off. We haven't talked since then, but now my sister wants him to ride with me for my niece's birthday party that's about 2.5 hours away. I told her I'm not doing that shit.
No.
And I told her why. She said she understands, but that somebody is going to have to drive him down there for her wedding that she's having in a few weeks, and that I need to get over it for the sake of the family. The way I'm feeling right now, though, I just refuse to sit in a car with him for any length of time. Should I just let it go and accept that my dad is old and won't change, or say fuck it and deal with him in small doses when I can? What do you think? Thanks, Abby.
All right, Abby. I'm currently in the era of my life where I'm like, let old people be old. If you set in your ways, girl, you set it and forget it. All right?
Because they will forget it. Oh, I mean, no shade. He does have dementia, but...
Oh, shit.
You said it. You said it. You sure did. You sure did.
What I mean is that, you know, I'm not really interested in putting too much energy in trying to get stubborn older people to get out of their ridiculous,
not a fan
bigoted
of that.
Ways of thinking.
Not
I
a
just
fan
don't
of that.
have the energy for it. Sounds like you don't either. And I'm not with the familial pressure to place yourself in situations that are going to be triggering for you, to be upsetting, or just disturb your peace of mind.
Yeah.
Soon as she said the sister, soon as the sister was like, well, somebody's gonna have to drive them. Great. Newsflash. Fantastic news indeed.
Yep.
Billions of other motherfuckers who can do that on this motherfucking planet.
Okay.
So
many people who could do this job. Greyhound would do this job.
Hello?
Hell, for the right price, Uber would do this job.
That's what I was just about to say that.
Girl.
You better look up a car service app or some like, bitch, because I'm not doing it. And for you to sit up here and say, oh, well, I understand that, but means that you don't give a fuck about my peace of mind. You don't give a fuck about how I'm going to feel. You don't give a fuck about any of that. You're talking about, oh, do this for the family. Well, guess what? I'm part of the fucking family too.
Right. And why should I have to deny the way y'all hurt me for the sake of the family, but the family never has to give up being shitty to me?
Move.
Why is it always me who has to go along with the bullshit and never y'all who has to like stop being shitty so that I can exist in peace?
Think twice about your shittiness. You get to be full force, unabashed fuck.
Yeah.
But I have to be the one to bend over backwards all of the time for the sake of the family. Guess what? Fuck the family. The family fucked my husband.
That's right.
That's right. Faith fucked my husband.
Icon.
Like, girl, please.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you refusing to take this man anywhere. I mean, and I also don't know maybe as much about dementia as I should, but I don't think it makes you homophobic if you weren't already that.
I don't think so. Haven't heard about that.
Like, I've known elderly people who had dementia, and they were perhaps a little bit more willing to say things like they had lost the filter, but the beliefs at the core did not change. And so, you know, I don't get the feeling that your dad was always like super pro-gay and then dementia took over. I have a feeling this has been like an issue for a while. And you don't have to hurt yourself for the sake of your sister's wedding. If she wants him there that bad, she can arrange transportation. That has nothing to do with you.
Over the knee. Let me tell you something. And to your point, even if he was like down at the pride parades, you know, taking black and white photography at Folsom, just super into the gays.
Yeah, could have been.
Even if he was, and then dementia took over and made him a homophobe, you still don't have to subject yourself to that if it's going to disturb your peace and make you uncomfortable as far as I'm concerned.
You do. That's very true. All that would do is provide context where you could be like, oh, my father is suffering with blah, 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 and he doesn't really mean these things. Like, and that's if dementia did that, which, again, I don't know, but I'm skeptical. Right.
Yeah. Doctors who listen, let us know.
But like that would make it a lot easier to accept, like, oh, I know my dad's heart. He's not really like this. The illness is taking over. That would be one thing. But you don't even have that to lean on.
Right.
So, no. If your sister wants her dad there that bad, then she will figure out a way for that to happen.
I agree.
If she or her fiance or somebody else in their city, or if somebody else in y'all's city needs to shuttle him back and forth, then they can make that happen. It's not like the wedding is in 6 hours. And even if it was, you're still within your rights to be like, you're not getting in my car with that bullshit. So, yeah, my reaction is going to be very specific to like the details of the situation. But in general, I'm just like, oh no. As an adult, one of the biggest blessings of being an adult is being able to do shit you could not do as a child. Like say no to your parents and resist family pressure. Like you can actually do it when you're
allowed.
When you are grown and independent, you can just be like, actually, fuck off.
No.
And you don't have to. So yeah, I would just leave it at that and tell my sister, well, if you want me to help you find out when Amtrak can pick him up and deposit him, I'm more than happy to help you with the train schedule. But he's not getting in my car.
Somebody can come and get this nigga,
right,
and take him down to the place.
One of the cousins, like, Amy's uncles,
one of our cousins.
Somebody can do it.
There has to be another family member that can drive this nigga.
I'm sure y'all got a homophobic cousin who would love to sit around and
damn. They can bond on the ride over.
Right. You got a cousin who don't give a fuck and would love to hear that shit. So,
but you put that nigga in a car with me, let me tell you something.
One of us not gonna make
it.
The
first moment that Sophia Petrillo says some shit that I don't fucking like, I'm stopping at a Wawa and she's getting out.
Yeah. That's so real. So, good luck to you, Abby, with this conversation. But if you feel like standing your ground, then just know that it is absolutely fine to do that. And your sister can be mad. That's her right. But you have the right to not hurt yourself for other people's benefit. And would she do it for you? And it's just a question you should ask yourself. It's just a question you should ask yourself.
What about that?
Oh, okay. We are running so long. So let's wrap up the questions right there. Again, if you have one for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and then we'll be right back. Hey, y'all, continuing to learn new skills is a great idea. There are so many things I would love to learn. Wish I had the free time to dive into. Turns out that signing up to go to grad school means that you are signing up to learn new things every day. But, I started a Learn Spanish program a couple of years ago that I said I was going to finish. Still haven't. Swore I was going to learn how to bake the perfect focaccia when the pandemic started and still haven't quite gotten there. I would love to learn how to get rid of that sticky stuff that's on my plants right now. It's stressing me out. I need to learn more and dive deeper into it to figure something out as far as they are concerned. There's just a lot out here that we don't know, that we have access to, that we could know. So if you're always learning, it keeps you sharp. And staying sharp is what ZipRecruiter does. Their AI is always learning. If you're hiring, their AI gets better and faster at finding the right candidates for all your roles. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. That's right. ZipRecruiter uses their powerful tech to find and match the right candidates up with your job and then presents those candidates to you. You can easily review them and invite your top choices to apply for the job, which encourages them to apply faster. That's why ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the U.S. based on G2 ratings. And again, now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. That's ZipRecruiter.com/theread. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. So again, ZipRecruiter.com/THEREAD. Go hire the perfect person for that job. And let's move on.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Beulah May White. And when it comes to building your brand and growing your business online, look no further than Squarespace. Squarespace is the only one platform that makes it easy to engage with your audience, sell anything, and stand out from the crowd with a beautiful website that you can create all on your own. No matter what type of creator you are, Squarespace makes it easy to monetize your content with member areas where you can sell exclusive videos, courses, newsletters, or whatever your audience desires. Now, me personally, I just use it to show off all of the toy guns that I make using Bud Light bottle caps and pen tops and Girl Scout cookies.
Fun.
And, we're working on it. It's getting there. Couple, But all I know is that Squarespace gives me the power to be me and to show off my art and to show off everything I need in a beautiful, sexy website. And you can even create pro-level videos effortlessly with the Squarespace Video Studio app, which helps you make engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. What more do you need? Go to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. My voice can't keep up with it anymore. That's squarespace.com/read and code READ, READ. Let's finish the show. Alrighty, folks, it's the end of the program here, and it's time now for the read. Go ahead. I don't.
So this is not really going to come as a surprise to most of you, but I'm cussing out Amy Schumer this week. As far as all the white women who have been extremely annoying about this Will Smith, Chris Rock situation, she's up there. She's like top 3 as far as level of annoyances, and Amy Schumer could not wait to turn the events of the Oscars into her new set. She could not wait to implement that shit. She had a show at the Mirage on April 2nd. And
wait, I thought she said she was like going to lay down somewhere because she was traumatized.
Yeah, except for work, I guess.
Oh,
okay, so then you're still around. I was hoping you would go away. But so first of all, she refers to Will Smith as Ali during
her show's
the set.
right before ours and the Netflix festival.
I don't give a fuck, and I'll say it to her face. Amy, please.
No, I don't. I know that you don't. I just think that's funny.
Okay. Please come to the audience so I can say it to your goddamn face. Because first of all, she calls Will Smith Ali during the set, which really pisses me off because anyway. So she talks about how she was unnecessarily feeling right. Like, I get it, but stop it. And white women like this whole, he's a boxer, like he's inherently violent in some way. Like, I don't like the connotation. Will Smith did that. Muhammad Ali didn't do that. So just stop, stupid bitch. If I could name a character you ever played, I would make the same comparison with you. But anyway.
I can't think of one.
This bitch.
Oh no, I can't think of anybody.
Of course you can't. But anyway, so she's, talking about, and she gave the audience like a warning. She was like, I'm going to do the Oscar jokes that they said I couldn't do. And my lawyer told me not to, but I'm going to do them anyway. Don't get mad. Of course, people are going to get mad. The details of some of them I didn't see and don't care. The one that I do care about is the one about Alec Baldwin. If you remember a few months ago, Alec Baldwin shot, I think one of the DPs on the set of the movie Rust, which I think is probably never going to be made at this point. And so the joke that she was told not to say at the Oscars, that her lawyer told her not to say in this set, and that she chose to white woman ahead full speed and do anyway.
Oh, man.
Was, and I quote, "Don't Look Up is the name of a movie. More like Don't Look Down the Barrel of Alec Baldwin's Shotgun," end quote. And then she said,
again, that's not even funny.
I wasn't allowed to say any of that.
I'm not the funniest person in the world, so.
You're funnier than Amy Schumer. You're funny, and it's not close. If this was a just world, you would have Amy Schumer's money and attention and deals and all that. But she said, I wasn't allowed to say any of that, but you can just come up and smack somebody. So first of all, you stupid bitch. You weren't allowed to say that because it's a horrible goddamn joke. It's
awful.
Bitch.
And if Alec Baldwin's wife would have walked up there and slapped the shit out of you, I would have had the same attitude.
Within her rights.
Sucks it happens, but hey, girl.
Or the woman he murdered. If her family or friends walked up to you and smacked the fuck out of you, I would have been like, it's exactly what you get. The fact that you think that joke is less violent than Will Smith smacking Chris Rock says everything to me. How do you feel like it's okay for you to joke about a woman who actually fucking died? She died. This lady was at work doing her fucking job, and due to what I want to assume is gross negligence, ended up dying at her job. You thought that that was funny and something that was appropriate to say on stage at the goddamn Oscars, but Will Smith was going too far? Will Smith is going too far? White people are out of their goddamn minds. Secondly, I wasn't allowed to say that, but he can just come up and smack somebody. Do you think the Academy knew about this in advance and was like, okay, Will, 3, 2, 1, let's go? He wasn't allowed to do that. He didn't get clearance first. He simply did it. You weren't allowed because you had rehearsals, because you had jokes written out. Exactly. Because they heard that in advance. You're so goddamn stupid. If they had known in advance he was going to do that, they would have done Well, I'm going to assume that they would have done everything to make sure that didn't happen. Same way they told you was not going to say that horrible ass joke on air. Your problem is you don't listen to good goddamn sense. Because the Oscars producers told you not to. Your own fucking lawyer told you not to. If you had a sense of like reason and intelligence and a code of ethics or any morals about yourself, you wouldn't have never repeated this. Honestly, you probably would have never thought it. Or if you did think it, you never would have wrote it down and shared it with anybody. Most people who have horrible, terrible, morose thoughts that they think are funny but also know shouldn't be shared, just don't share it. You think some terrible, fucked up thought to yourself, and then you chuckle about it, and then you move on because you know that there's a goddamn line. A woman died. Her life is over. Don't look up. More like don't look down the barrel of arrow. She's dead, you stupid bitch. I'm just waiting for this sickening feeling to go away from everything that we had to witness. And I'm just throwing up and in shock and I can't sleep. And I just can't believe Will Smith. I'm just so stunned and devastated. And I just deserved so much better. Bitch, the moment was not about you. And also, you don't get to claim no kind of moral superiority over Will Smith. Because you're the kind of bitch who thought joking about somebody who died at work was funny. So just shut the fuck up.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, the Will Smith incident is just like obviously it shouldn't have happened. And it was like, it is not ideal for a smack to happen in the middle of a comedy set, human or not. I just don't understand. Not ideal.
I mean, I'm just saying it's not a comedy set. It's not ideal to happen at the Oscars either, but still.
I mean, like when someone's telling jokes on stage or whatever.
Sure.
Sure. But at the same time, it's like, I don't understand why we can't like acknowledge that while also looking at the humanity of the situation and also like get out of our own, like this. There's so many of the like Hollywood celebrities and stuff who are doing these loop-de-loops about how like completely violent and gory and egregious this entire thing was. It's like, yeah, then they will turn around and do something like that. Like that to me.
How is that not so much worse? How is that not so much worse? Y'all really think words don't matter. It's just actions that matter. But words will get your fucking ass beat. And maybe that hasn't happened for you yet. And maybe it should. Because the fact that you thought that was appropriate to say, I hope that woman's family see you in the streets.
Truly.
That's just ugly. Not to mention bad. Your fucking lawyer said, Amy, please do not do it. It's a horrible decision. And you still was like, you know what? I don't pay you to make good decisions. And did it anyway. You never had to tell the rest of us that you were this horrible of a person. You could have kept this to yourself. But you're a white woman and you won't suffer no consequences because people care far more about niggas being physically violent than white people using their words to enact violence or be shitty. Y'all care far more about that. So you'll be just fine. But fuck you eternally anyway. Oh, I can't believe I couldn't say this, but Will Smith could do that. Bitch, he didn't have a permission slip. How stupid do you have to be? I'm done. Fuck
Neither
her.
of you could do those things. It's just...
And it's crazy because Jay was like actually giving Amy Schumer her props. She was like, this white woman is not annoying me the way I thought she would on this show. Like, Can't say that she's as good as the black people, but she's not getting on my nerves. Even laughed a couple of times at her jokes. And it's like you immediately pissed away the little bit of goodwill that some niggas was willing to extend you during the show. Like you immediately did that. You could not wait to go full white woman about this situation. Girl.
I'm not interested in anything that I've never been interested.
No, fuck
in
her.
anything that lady does or has to do.
Yeah.
If you enjoy her, good,
That's your problem. Yeah. No, not mine though. I'm done.
All right. So for me, a couple quick things. One, my friend showed me a clip yesterday of a rapper by the name of Gunu from the DMV who was unfortunately shot and killed in an attempted robbery a month ago. And his friends and family celebrated his life by propping his dead body up in the middle of a club.
Oh, I saw this.
Called Bliss. And basically just having a real nigga function, complete with, liquor, hookah, and 808s, while this black man's corpse is posted up in the corner.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I hate it here. So I just can't for the life of me understand how you got here. Like I've heard of people who have done this like in their homes. Where they will sit the body on the couch with like a Corona or something, and then everybody takes pictures. And I found that to be really weird and dark. And
yes, same.
But this, and so his mama and them was like, "Oh well, that's what my son wanted. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted." Sweetness.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to move past what they wanted and do the right goddamn thing. Are you fucking kidding me?
A corpse
posting this dead man body up in the club. First of all, if that was a club that I went to or a club that I frequented and really enjoyed, they'll never see another dollar from me again. Because I'm not going to go back and party with ghosts. I'm not doing that. If my child said to me, you know what, when I die, what I want you to do, prop me up in the club with some Moet, okay, and play Oh Let's Do It. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Because, I would have said, is that what you want? Because let me tell you, you're never going to
get it. Mommy simply will not party with your corpse. I just won't do it. I'm sorry, that is not for me. You know what I want y'all to do? I want to split up my ashes into like several little tiny urns, and all my friends can take one. And when y'all get drunk and play spades, one of y'all bring me. And you just sit me up on the mantle somewhere so I can watch y'all play spades. But partying with my corpse in the club, not necessary.
I don't even want that. Put me right in the ground. I don't even need no goddamn casket. Just throw me in there, let me decompose, and move on with your life.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But what I don't need you to do is throw me into a section at Bella Noche and order shots. Disgusting.
I'm sorry, it's just too weird.
I'm so tired of y'all talking about, oh, well, that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted when y'all do this weird ass shit on Instagram and TikTok. We don't need to hear that. Okay? Just because they wanted something. Bitch, he dead. What difference is it gonna make? What difference is it gonna make? You thought that you was gonna have him down at the funeral home and he was gonna wake up and be like, Mom, this ain't what I asked for. He's dead. Do the right thing. What the fuck wrong? Because guess what? Somebody will say, you know what? When I'm dead, God, I want you to take me out on a jet ski on South Beach and ride around with me. And if you could possibly get Jennifer Lopez to come, like, just bury them.
Yeah, just do that.
Weird. Now I also want to mention the Grammys and the decision that the Recording Academy made for Best Reggae Album. I'm not even going to get into it too deep. I understand that this comes with a whole host of layers and groups and nuance. I'm just going to say I hate y'all. I hate it here. I hate this planet.
Yep.
The fact that a group of predominantly white men from Virginia with dreads won Best Reggae Album over actual black, brown reggae artists from Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean and places. It's so predictable. It's not even shocking. And yet here I am still submerged in my disgust. I listened to some of the music from these people, which I believe that their name stands, it's SOJA, and I think it stands for Soldiers of Jah Army.
Yeah, somebody told me that.
Shoot
and
me
I said,
directly in both my eyes.
That's where I tap out, girls. I'm so sorry. That is where I am exiting the conversation.
I listen to their music. They're basically just Maroon 5 with dirty hair.
Oh,
I don't understand why. Like,
oh no!
I know this like an older group. They've been around forever and ever and ever. Girl, y'all can save it before you come hit me with it or whatever. And I also know that a lot of reggae fans, specifically Jamaicans, love when people from all over the world love reggae music, love their culture, and give them props for it. Because I believe that they did say in their acceptance speech, they did credit Jamaica and reggae icons for influencing them or whatever. I still feel like they can save it. And their music still sounds like something you'd hear in a speakeasy in Key West. So I don't really understand why like classic reggae artists had to sit back and pass over this award to some honkies with
That's
clay,
how y'all do. That's how y'all
clay
do.
in their hair. Lastly, I just want to say, if you won't interact with dog shit, don't get a dog. If you cannot pick up dog poop for whatever reason that it may be troubling you, get a hamster, goldfish, silverfish.
I don't know about them.
What other kind of pet? Bitch, I went to Walk Link yesterday. The amount of shit on this entire walk. Now, typically I walk her like super, super early in the morning or like after the sun goes down. I don't like to walk her like, I find that like around rush hour when everyone's getting off work and stuff is when a lot of people walk their dogs because they come home, the dog's been inside, yada, 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 whatever. Me and this bitch go out when there's less traffic. But for whatever reason,
she likes to have the dog park to herself.
Hello?
I know that's
I
right.
walked her, in the evening, early evening when I guess a lot of other people had. And the amount of dog shit, I mean, just every few feet.
Ugh.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, no.
Get one of the little baggie dispensers that you hook onto your fucking leash.
Yep.
Put the little baggies in it and pick up the shit. Pick it up.
Yeah. Do that.
And I've said this, I've had this read on the show before, but it was a while ago and it just has affected me again recently, and that's why I'm doing it again. This bitch wants to sniff all of it. I don't know if that's their form of texting, email, or what. But she wants to interact with all of it, I guess, to get to know who's been here. Yeah. And I refuse.
She wants to sniff all that shit. Literally all
So now, what was meant to be a simple dog walk has turned into Legends of the Hidden fucking Temple because I have to jump and leap and run around all over the place and dodge so this bitch won't stick her fucking snout into some other dog's shit. Pick up after your goddamn dogs.
Please.
Or get a ferret.
Yeah.
Or a cat.
Yeah.
And even cats. Cats shit in the sand or whatever, but you still have to clean the box, don't you?
Right, but the rest of y'all don't have to deal with that. Like, you have to clean your cat shit, but the general public don't have to deal with your cat shit. So pick up after your fucking dog.
Disgusting.
Y'all are nasty and truly should be ashamed.
You really just let your dog squat and take a huge dump right there on the street and then keep walking?
They do that. Yep. They do.
Girl, when I'm up here getting ready to walk the dog and I can't find the little baggies, like the moments I've like ran out of bags and like forgot to buy new ones, I just use a plastic bag from the grocery store.
Yep. You can just do that.
I hate y'all. Yeah. And I hate it here. I'm done.
Well, on that note, that will wrap up this week's episode of The Read. Make sure you check us out at thisistheread.com. Follow us on social media at thisistheread. You can find our merch at shoptheread.com, and you can join our Patreon over at patreon.com/theread. And oh, yes, we were, as Kid Fury mentioned during my read, we will be at the Netflix is a Joke Festival on Saturday, May 7th. At the theater at Ace Hotel. You can find tickets at netflixisajokefest.com. Yeah, so LA, we haven't seen y'all in a long time. And yeah, hope to see y'all there. Anything else from you, friend, before we head out?
No, I desperately need sleep, so I'm going to do that.
Okay, well, take care of yourselves as always, and we will see y'all next week.